Okay.
Do I have to record?
No, you don't. I guess you don't have to. All right.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind.
Nah, I wouldn't use it if you did. I'm just being honest
Okay.
with you.
Yeah, use my horrible Discord bitrate audio. Why
It's
don't you?
literally the same. It is literally the same. I've
Oh,
compared
what's
it.
this,
It is
John?
exactly the
Bitrate
same.
64. John, we don't even have it up to the max 96. Let's get it up there, baby.
Oh, well, that's smart. I think
Better
that's a good
quality.
idea.
You hear
Yeah,
me, man? I'm
yeah.
that
There's
Sprint
such a
guy.
difference.
Can you
There.
hear me now?
Okay, I'm recording.
Hey, what's up, guys?
No, no,
Welcome
no,
to
no,
the
no, no, no,
Goober.
no, 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 no. We gotta. That can't go in. So we need to wait to some. All right.
Oh, John
Okay.
gives it a 2% on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
me Devin. Can you? Okay, actually,
Okay, I'm actually.
can you do the? Can you do the? Yeah. Can you do the intro for this
Yeah, I can do the
episode?
intro.
Because last episode you did no. I'm fucking up, dude. I'm fucking up so bad. Last episode, podcast number 3, I did the intro because you
Okay.
thought that you did the intro in part 2, but it was actually me.
So you've done the past two
I've done the
intros?
past 3. No, no, no. You did the first one actually because I kept stumbling over my words, like I just did. Anyway, anyway.
3, 2.
Come on, man.
Oh, I'm just counting
Well,
down.
you know the
You got
whole trend is like the joke is that I add in a little bit extra before the intro, so this is gonna
Come
go
on,
in.
dude. This ain't going in.
Just do it, damn it.
Trying to get me to do the intro for
There's gonna be
45
like
minutes
there's
now.
gonna be like 2 minutes of just like shit before the intro music.
Well, John, it's not my fault that. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Goober Boys. Today we are on episode 4 of the GooberCast, going strong.
Woohoo!
So, kind of a cold open for today, but I think we want to move straight into some topics that we've got here
Up on the segue.
that I'm making up off the top of my head.
Okay.
You know, fun fact, the inventor of the Segway was so confident in his abilities of riding the Segway, like I'm talking about the literal bipedal, like,
Yeah.
not bipedal, you know, the two-wheel.
I know.
He was so confident in its stopping power that he invited a whole group of people up to the top of a mountain to check out his stopping power. He proceeded to overshoot the stopping point and fall off the mountain.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah,
It's really sad.
I read
mean,
about
it's
that.
Tragic. I can't even believe that people would find that funny. It's just tragic.
Yeah, I don't mean honestly, I don't even know why you brought it up. You kind of brought it up kind of like it was a joke at first, but I mean,
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, some would say it's a classic joke, but I'd prefer to talk about another type of classic I've gotten into called
joke.
World of Warcraft
Yo,
Classic.
dude, not even 30 seconds in, we've got 2 topics down. Yo, but seriously, about World of Warcraft Classic, it is so fucking good, dude. It is so much better than the retail version.
Agreed.
It's like I'm almost spoiled. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I started playing World of Warcraft when I was like 6 years old because my dad had the game and he played it, and my brother also did as well. And I literally I made a character. It was a mage, a gnome mage with green hair, named, and it was just my name. It was just like the first 4 letters of my first and last name. So there wasn't a lot of creativity going on in my brain just yet. And I had that character. I played him like off and on for years. Like I never really played it, but up until like I want to say maybe Mists of Pandaria, I was like, okay. Yeah, so from the Burning Crusade to Mists of Pandaria, I would play this mage exclusively. So, like, I remember, dude, and I spent a lot of time in Goldshire when I was really young. Like, I would just stick around Goldshire and talk to people. I wouldn't even fucking do anything. I was probably like level 7 for like a year just because I'd get on, say hello to people, walk around, like role play as this gnome, and then go back in and then get off, and then yeah, I remember Wrath of the Lich King. I actually did play Wrath of the Lich King a little bit, like when Northern dropped. I I explored it. I fucking love. I think the Borean Tundra, Borean. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the proper way of pronouncing it, but
Something like that.
that zone, like the first zone, like level 55, like starting zone, I guess, for Northern, is just like it has such odd nostalgia for me because it is by no means a good zone. I honestly dislike playing it, like, going through it and questing in it, but something about it is just like comforting just because I have so many memories of Wrath of the Lich King specifically. So, and Cataclysm. Wrath of the Lich King and yeah, Cataclysm are the two expansions that I actually started playing World of Warcraft in. And um yeah, so Mists of Pandaria I actually created. Actually, Devin, you were the one that segued into this. So instead of me talking constantly without letting you, well, without even breathing, how about you say what you were going to say, and then I will pick back up after, because I just caught myself. I just started talking and talking. Oh my god.
No, honestly, I have no problem with it because that's what I love about World of Warcraft and something I've really experienced with Classic. And that's that you just get so immersed into the game. And it's not like, a VR game where you're like, oh, I really feel what I'm doing here. Like,
Mm,
that's not the point of it.
yeah.
What you're feeling is you really feel like you're some adventurers going around doing odd jobs around the entire world. And then, like, out of nowhere, fighting the pits of hell and, like, yeah, it's just crazy, and that's what I love about World of Warcraft. And as much as I loved retail, because that's where I started, I began
Yeah, me.
right as the
Yeah.
pandemic had hit. Yeah,
I think I
John, you had
forced.
actually got me into the
Yeah, I
game,
think
so
I was like, yo, Devin, you should pick this game up. It's totally not a waste of time, and it won't be
yeah,
a waste of like $15 every month.
you told me not to buy the expansion until they would release the
The next
next
one
DLC.
because you just get
Yeah,
it for
because the one
free.
before would go free or something like
Yeah.
that. And then the next expansion was like Shadowlands, which he'd I mind you wasn't coming out until like a year after John had recommended me the game and sold me on the idea.
Sorry.
So no, I ended up buying the game, buying the expansion at that time. I
Yeah.
think it was Battle for Azeroth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And man, I was never addicted to a game before, like never in the same way as that game. It was just so good. Like obviously retail was my first experience, so I didn't even know what classic was like, and I played through it, loved every second of it, did so many quests, even when I hit max level, just kept playing and grinding.
Me too,
And
man.
eventually I kind of got bored. Like this is like months down the line, like two or
Yeah.
three months, and I started up a new I should mention I was playing as a alliance human
Oh,
paladin,
the Alliance.
really really daring in my choices I was going for. And I eventually did a horde character. I played a good amount. He was an ogre.
Oh.
Got to like, level
Oh,
15.
what?
And I
What
just
was
stopped
he? Hold
playing.
on, hold on, hold on. He was an ogre?
Yeah. Oh, I mean orc. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
alright, buddy.
Listen, I only played to
We've
like
got
level
a fake
15. And
WoW
and, and
player
to
here.
and to
Oh.
connect it to World of Warcraft Classic, level 15 in retail is like you played for 5 minutes. But in Classic, if you're level 15, you've been playing this for over 24
I
hours.
haven't even hit level 15 yet
Dude,
on my
I'm level
dwarf.
16 on my Classic.
You
And when
fucker,
I
you've been
logged
playing
in,
ahead. We're supposed to
I'm a
play
rogue.
together.
I'm a rogue. I'm supposed to
Who
go
fucking
rogue.
cares
That's
if
my
you're a
thing.
rogue? We're supposed to play together.
We are gonna play together.
That's
It's
like
just in the meantime, I've been grinding because, like I said, I love playing the game, and I wasn't getting that same feeling when I was replaying retail because
yeah.
as I replayed retail, I made at least 4 different characters, played a decent amount, and then just gave up. Not like
Hmm.
oh, this is horrible. It's just like, been there, done that.
Try something
It's
new.
just the same thing over and over. But then I tried Classic just recently. It was a recommendation of a good friend of ours, Joe, who
Mm,
maybe more about that later.
yeah.
Uh, he was telling us, "Hey, why don't we play Classic?" And I was like, "You know what? I have a little Visa card that I use exclusively to buy lunch at school, but I would have much rather play 1 month of WoW than eat at school."
This
So
guy.
I spent that money, got the Classic subscription, started playing it, and ooh, that itch has just come back. Like, it is so much harder, which I'm sure, like, to actual World of Warcraft veterans, they're like, "What do you mean hard? I got to level 20 in like the first 20 minutes of playing." Like, yeah, I mean, sure, that's awesome. Here's your reward. But what I'm saying is, I'm not that great at the game. So starting out as something new, I went for a dwarf rogue. We kind of have a trio of dwarves thing going
Yeah,
on at the
man, it's
moment.
great.
It's really fun. And yeah, it's just definitely grindy in retail. If you like defeat an enemy, no matter what, you'll get the item you need for the quest. In classic, if you kill 5 enemies, you're lucky if you got one
Holy
for
shit,
the quests.
Seven. Dude,
Yeah.
the dwarf starter quest where you
Hmm.
have to get like the 10 or the 8 bear pelts.
Oh
Literally,
God.
holy fuck. That took an entire night. I You
Yeah.
were there with me and you were helping me and it was still
Yeah.
taking it
I
a
had to
fucking
like give you one of
eternity.
them.
You did. It was literally, dude, I'd killed like 10 bears and none of them dropped what I needed and I had to wait for them all to respawn. It was like, oh, I need to get 4 more of these too. It's just like, holy shit. But that's what's so great about it, man. And can you believe that that was considered casual gaming in the early 2000s? That is
Right?
fucking nuts.
It's
That is so different, man. Gaming developers have went from like that's casual to like, oh, casual gaming is we need to hold the player's hand and make things extremely easy. And just like, ugh,
yeah.
dude, go back to fucking go play WoW Classic. That's fucking casual, man.
It's a
God.
whole different experience.
Oh man, I fucking love WoW Classic. Yeah, dude. All right, I'm cursing a lot. It's only like it's about 10 minutes in probably, so
Listen,
there's
we
enough
just
time.
put in the
There's
zombie
enough time.
yell
Yeah,
noises.
every single one it'll be like, yeah, huh?" Yeah, so but
Yeah, John, keep cursing and making funny edit ideas.
all
I can't
right.
wait to spend several hours in the editing
I
booth
am
editing.
I I am not even finished podcast number 3 right now. As of right now, it's like 50% done and I need to upload it tomorrow. Tomorrow being February 24th. So, that's going to be awesome. I'm sure I'll definitely be able to get it done tonight and it won't be
Yeah.
pushed back a day on
Well, I
Saturday.
mean, kind of to slightly segue into the next topic,
Wait, wait,
but I
wait,
still
wait,
want to
wait, wait, wait,
return to
wait, wait.
WoW Classic.
Just
Don't worry.
real quick, real
Not
quick, real quick. Real quick, man, please, real quick. I just need to get this last thought out before I fucking my head explodes.
7 minutes is all I can spare.
Okay. Um so back to what I was saying about like what I did like through the expansions as it was coming out. So it is classic, but at the time it was just retail. Fucking like yeah, Wrath of the Lich King and Cataclysm were like just nostalgic to me because that's when I really started actually playing the game. And
Yeah.
I kind of was like off and on during Warlords of Draenor, Mists of Pandaria, and everything. But dude, fucking Legion and Battle for Azeroth were like that is what catapulted me back into World of Warcraft, dude. It encapsulated my life for like 6, probably longer than 6 months, man. Thank God I was still like a kid at the time to where I could just play it and that's all I did without any like real world consequences because I didn't have it. There were no
Yeah.
responsibilities, and then also COVID hit. So even when I was supposed to have responsibilities, it was like, nah, just wait a year and then start doing shit. Definitely didn't stunt any, whatever. But so holy shit, man! And I got obsessed with the lore. I replayed all the Warcraft games. Warcraft 3 is just hands down the best one out of the three. I fucking love Arthas and his storyline and like how he becomes the Lich King, and just dude, it's so fucking good. I even like spent time like adding like my own like headcanon lore to my main characters on retail, like my one paladin or my death knight was like, oh, he was a knight with Arthas and blah, 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 and then he got killed by the Lich King and then he was resurrected. Blah, blah, blah. It's like just stupid shit just
Yeah.
to keep it like somewhat interesting and
Yeah, you gotta
just
do that.
I gotta put my put my creative chops to it. You know what I mean? Gotta add a little bit of spice.
Yeah, if
But
I may interject.
yeah,
So in like every game I play, I always have like a headcanon lore just because I go crazy with boredom if I don't. And I don't know about you, but do you have like recurring themes like in a lot of your like little headcanon storylines?
So,
Like I will tell you, one of the most reoccurring like storyline things for me is I really like when my character was like canonically in a different location and then goes somewhere else. Like I know it's gonna sound weird, but like for example, like I don't know why, but as I've been playing my current playthrough is a Dwarfon Classic,
mm.
I've had this little headcanon storyline where like he like ran away from everything. He went to like, Stormwind City, like found a new life, but then he's like kind of being called back to like Ironforge. I was like,
Oh,
gotta go back, return to my
this
past,
is riveting.
Yeah. It makes me it sounds cool like when I'm doing it, but then like I saw a meme that made me feel a little shitty about myself because it was like
Aw.
no, not shitty, but like it was a meme where it's like me crafting the most emotionally enthralling Lego storyline war like ever created. I was like, man, that was me.
Yeah, man, me too.
Like I'm just like sitting there like, damn.
Oh man, they got you. They got us. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, dude. I've always done that as well, man. I just always like kind of sprinkle my own headcanon, my own lore into things. I don't like
Yeah.
go ape shit about it like people do on Twitter, you know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
creating their
People have
own
like a
like
whole book
characters and
written.
this and that. Like like I mean shit, dude, it's awesome. Like some of
Oh yeah.
it's cool. I'm not knocking it, you know what I mean? Like very
No, I mean
interesting
like the
stuff.
people that
And
do that.
they're fucking creative, man. I don't know.
Exactly.
I couldn't I don't think like maybe I'm putting myself down a little bit too much, but I don't think I could ever like go to the length that some people have made. Like they make entire stories of just like spin-offs just of their own headcanon
Yeah.
and like their own characters and OCs and then oh look, here's a character from the main story. He was just a cameo. Just trying to give you a gist of where this is in the timeline. Like you know what I mean? Like it'll like
Just the way you said that though is extremely funny because it's like there's this huge popular franchise and then there's just one random person out there that chooses like a really popular character. It's like, oh, I was nice enough to let them cameo in my story. And it's like the main character of
yeah.
like this huge popular franchise. It just made me laugh thinking of that.
it's like it's like it's like playing the Force Unleashed, right? I don't know. This is a very
Yeah.
oddly specific game. Great game, by the way. One of the greatest Star Wars games. Right
Yeah.
underneath of Jedi Academy. Ooh, hot take. Actually,
Ooh.
not that hot of a take, but pretty, like it's like you're on. Yeah, this sucks. Actually, I'm not gonna. Never mind. But you get the idea. It's like yeah, you see the main character in the background for a split second. It's
Yeah.
like oh, I get
Like
I
you
know
wanna know
that.
something I find
I
funny?
got that guy. Yeah, what's up?
Like who's the original king of Stormwind? I'm drawing a blank on the name. You show
Uh,
me videos of the guy who had
yeah,
like the
Varian,
Varian. Yeah,
Varian
like
Rin.
I'm just imagining like someone out there created their own lore where it's like, I'm like an elder character and I actually trained him, he was really weak, but I helped him get to where he was. It's like,
I sent
okay.
him. I met him in the gladiator pits when he was a slave and forced to fight, and I trained him in between his fights, and I helped him break out of prison. All the stuff about him helping him is not true, but he was like kidnapped and put in like a Spartacus style like gladiator ring and just fucking forced to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
I should mention when I say all this stuff, I'm not like judging the people that do it because
Yeah,
like
me neither.
I'm gonna drop a little Devon true fact right here right now.
Okay.
I have an extremely intensive Call of Duty headcanon storyline
Oh
laid out
man.
because I love playing the multiplayer, but God, it is so fucking boring. So to make it so much more interesting, I have this whole elaborate storyline like spanning all of the games. Like literally, I have a family trilogy currently going on. Uh, we got Vanguard, which is in World War II. We got Cold War in the '80s, and then we got Modern Warfare. So I'm like, okay, so like we've got the son, like he's in the Modern Warfare timeline, but his father, he was working in this covert secret ops Requiem group fighting zombies. But then he
Oh.
was like went missing, and his son was like, damn, I wonder where he is. But all that happened only because before, during World War II, there was a zombie outbreak of like a bunch of like crazy demonic shit, and he wrote it in a journal, which the guy in the '80s found, and he was like, "Holy crap, I'm keeping this." So like I've got like that whole thing going on, and like It is completely goofy. Does it make any sense? No.
But it's
Does it make it more
fun.
fun to play?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's fun, man.
Yeah.
It makes like it really can make just things so much better. Just like
Yeah.
even personally,
I'd be hard
I
pressed to find someone who doesn't do that. Like, I'm sure
yeah,
there's people out there, like, they're purely just there for the grind,
I'm
but,
here
like,
for the
even
grind. I know a
Joe,
few people that
hear more about that guy
just play.
later.
Oh yeah, dude, I've got a lot to say about that fucking guy, man. You know, we'll leave that for later.
Yeah, but he was telling
Anyway,
me he even does the same because we were talking about that like a
yeah,
while ago, and
yeah,
yeah, it's just fun.
it is,
And
yeah.
at the heart of it, isn't that what playing video games is all about?
Yes, yes, it is, it is. I do. I actually do the thing that you said, like where you have like, you know, like this whole like head canon about like a family tree thing. I do that,
Hmm.
but with From Software games. So like all of my
Ooh,
Dark Souls and like Elden Ring characters and shit are all like part of the same family.
I
So
love
like
that.
it starts in Dark Souls 1. His name is Thaddeus, right? He was just some like
Hmm.
shitty fucking samurai build. Like I was a weeb, you know. I was just
Yeah,
samurai hoo ha the Uchigatana. Like I just fucking loved it.
seppuku.
It was so fun, man, and that's why I really need to play Sekiro because I heard it was great, and I'm a sucker for Japanese culture. But as Matt Watson said in 2016 during a few of their first podcasts that I definitely haven't been listening to recently, um, I am not really. I actually don't really watch anime all that much, but I do love. Bless you. I do
Sorry.
love anime. Not anime. Fuck. I do love Japanese culture. Like that shit is so. It's so aesthetic, man. And like I mean, they've got a imperial history that they don't really talk about these days. But it's still like just it's a beautiful country and like their culture is so intriguing and it's so fun to read about. Like I'm reading Musashi Miyamoto's books at the moment as a result of reading Vagabond, the manga. Um so yeah, I guess I am kind of a weeaboo, but it is what it is. But very very great. So like with that being said, I do need to play Sekiro because I heard that it was fucking amazing. And Ghost of Tsushima. Hopefully if that comes to PC. There's no fucking way I'm buying a PlayStation just to play that game or including
Yeah,
Bloodborne. Um
man, I
but
gotta say,
oh yeah, yeah, go ahead.
sorry, this will be very quick. I haven't played Shadows Die Twice, or I mean, what's the game? Not Sekiro. The one you
Ghost
just
of
mentioned.
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name. I
Ghost
haven't played it, but man,
of
from what I've seen, it looks awesome and it's really random, but I love the company that made that because Sucker Punch developers, which are the people that made the game, they made the Infamous series, Infamous 1, 2, and even
Oh
Second Son,
man.
which, but like,
They
oh
were
my
all good in their own
god.
right.
They're all great. Like, gameplay
Yeah.
wise, none of them were
Infamous
bad.
1 though was just the fucking in my opinion, Infamous 1 was the best.
I think I have to agree. Infamous 1, I think Infamous 2 really complemented
Infamous
that because
yeah, definitely.
Infamous 1 was like both were so sad. Like if you do the evil ending in both, like Infamous 2
Oh
made me
dude.
cry
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
spoiler alert for the 10-year-old, 13-year-old
No
game, however
matter
long.
what you do, Cole dies.
Yeah, not even that though. There's a scene where if you do evil, your best
Oh
friend,
no.
you turn on your best friend more or
I
less
hate
and
that.
he's going to die. Like if you do the good ending, he lives. If you do the bad egg that's gonna kill him,
Whoa.
and more or less, the chance comes down to where he's got the object you need, and he's not giving up without a fight, and neither of you want to fight, but you both know that you have to,
Yeah.
and it led to the saddest song and a lot of tears out of young me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I went into a whole tangent about that,
No, it's
but
sad. I
anyways,
forget his name, but it was just like Elvis, like
Zeke,
Zeke. Fuck man,
yeah,
when I played Infamous 1, I was a wee lad, so like
yeah,
I didn't really know what the fuck was going on like
oh yeah, me
100% of
neither,
the time, but I do remember Zeke and his like little rooftop like pad.
yeah,
Fucking loved it, dude. It was so cool, and that guy was awesome.
dude.
He was so funny too.
You
But
ever see the infamous one lore?
yeah, yeah. After a
Okay,
while,
so
like
yeah.
yeah. But dude,
I
the
think as a kid, I never realized that Kessler was Cole, so I
dude
probably went
when
like years without knowing
oh my
that.
god, I knew that I was smart enough to realize that in the moment.
Oh no,
I
never
wasn't
mind.
that
I'm the dummy.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like I wasn't that like gone as a kid where I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's him. Yeah, fuck you,
I
Devin.
mean, I may have noticed.
I'm joking.
I may have noticed as a kid.
I'm
I don't
fucking
really
with you. I'm
remember,
fucking with
but
you.
you know, nah, I know
No,
you
but
hate
dude,
me. It's cool.
the
No, I'm
oh
joking. I'm
man,
joking.
we
All
can
jokes.
all right, yeah, we can talk about that after the podcast. So with the dude, the fucking the revelation that was like Kessler. Oh, it's Cole. It was like
Yep.
my brain, my peanut-sized brain as a kid, fucking exploded into millions
Yep.
of pieces. I was like, oh my god! And like
Yeah.
ever since then, I've had like this sort of not obsession, but like for a while, dude, I fucking love time travel. Like that whole idea, I was
Same.
like, oh, this is the greatest thing you can ever do in a piece of fiction. Time
Dude,
travel
favorite
is
trilogy of
awesome.
mine, Back to the Future. I love all time travel
I
shit.
like Back to the Future is pretty good. I like it more for the
Yeah.
like you know,
Well, it's campy.
Doc and Marty. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is campy, but that's why it's good. You know what I mean? It's the charm. You
Yeah.
know, it's good.
But one other thing, if I may interject,
You may.
with Infamous, sorry,
It's
with
okay.
Infamous, there's this one line he says, or if you do the evil ending in Infamous One, he's Cole's like talking to the audience, like narrating, and he's like, all this time, Kessler was trying to prepare me for the beast, but little did he realize that now, and then like it zooms in on his eyes and they turn red. He's like, I have become the beast. And I remember like it just hits with the credits,
Just
and I'm like, damn.
shitting my pants, like filling my
Yeah.
fucking shorts. I was like, oh my god, he's a
Another
beast.
Christopher Nolan masterpiece.
Dude, we need Zack Snyder to make a movie adaptation of this freaking game. Oh
It'd be
man.
funny. Just imagine they make a movie adaptation, but with the worst possible actors. Like you have like Ryan
Todd.
Gosling as like Cole McGrath, and then
Nah,
it's like
dude, that's
no, no,
good.
that
That's
was actually no, no,
good.
no, no, no. I should mention that. Like when I said that, I was like, holy crap, that's actually the perfect choice for Cole. But what I was the real joke I was thinking of was like, but then Zeke is like Arnold Schwarzenegger, so it's just like, Cole, I don't know if you should be going down there.
It should be Cole should be played by Tom Holland, and Zeke should be played by Chris Pratt. Actually, Chris Pratt isn't a bad casting for Zeke.
It wouldn't be too bad.
It's just like the
It's just
idea of like
like,
casting MCU stars is like serious, like super serious roles
yeah.
is so weird.
I love Tom Holland, but like
He's a great
any movie I
actor,
see him in, I
but
just see Peter Parker.
it's like okay, Tom Holland is a great actor, seriously. But
Yeah.
I just like I don't know, dude. I feel like it was a joke when they casted him as Nathan Drake. It was like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing, man?
It didn't
like you guys.
fit.
I feel like they didn't even try. Like look, okay. I'm not saying like your physical appearance has any bearing to do with like how well of a job you can do as an
Mhm.
actor. But like Nathan Drake is a tall, handsome fella. Not that Tom Holland isn't a handsome fella, but like he's got like he is a physical archetype of the time that it was made. Like the tall handsome protagonist with dark hair and he's cool but then they get like Tom Holland who's like he's on the shorter side. He's he's always gonna look like a kid, even though he's like
Yeah.
in his mid 20s right now, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, shit, dude, he gets to fucking like he's got that eternal youth gene, like kind of like Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I love Paul
he's
Rudd.
funny, man. He's a great guy. Great, like I'm talking like I know him, like I know him
Yeah.
personally. He's
Is this
very
your
funny.
headcanon where you
Yeah.
chained
Oh
Paul
yeah, I
Rudd in
know that.
comedy?
Yeah, I've got like 1,000 parasocial relationships, Devin.
I knew him back when he was just a little guy. I guess you could say a little Ant-Man.
Shut up, man. But no, I just feel like Tom Holland was such a. It was. I'm not gonna say it was a bad choice. It was just.
Nah,
It
it's
was a
just
weird choice. It was
he's
like,
too
okay.
it's not Tom Holland's fault in my opinion. It's just that
No,
like
it's not.
producers or not producers, like directors, like when they have him in their hands, like they see like, oh, your most popular role like Spider-Man. Oh yeah, Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Plays the role great in my opinion,
Yeah.
but it's in the MCU, and the MCU's whole thing is about being extremely quirky.
Yeah,
And when we're talking like Nathan Drake, I'm expecting like quirky, but with the toughness and like experience to back
tough
that
and
up. And very clearly,
serious. Yeah,
the
like,
movie was more of like a prequel thing, which like
mm,
that's cool, but like I don't know, like I I love the character of Batman, but I don't want to watch an entire movie exclusively about like his first year, you know? Well, I
yeah,
don't mean first year as Batman because actually that would be
that
fucking
would be
dope.
pretty
But
cool,
I don't know what the hell
actually.
I'm talking about. I chose the worst possible choice. Okay, I don't know. Well, scratch that, but to
Okay.
segue to make it sound as if I actually had a point in what I was saying, there's this meme I had seen online where it's like Marvel fans when Batman doesn't say, that sounded a lot better in my head after saying I'm vengeance. And I constantly think of that meme anytime I see the MCU or characters from it now because the MCU, as much as I loved it, which I still do enjoy watching it, I
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
Quantumania recently. I thought it was better than how people were describing it, but
Mm,
anyways, there's so much comedy, like a comedy focus on it. And like action, obviously it's still there, but like every movie feels like a carbon copy of itself. Like in the sense of like how things are gonna go. Like obviously story plot, it's a little different every now and then, different villains, different characters, etc. But all of the characters feel like they're the exact same way. Like the father in the movie, Hank Pym, he's quirky. He's really quirky. It's like, okay, that's funny, but like in the first movie, he was like a really headstrong, like tough set in his ways kind of guy. He had a little bit of jokes and funniness, but
yeah.
now like every character is like, like I don't know, a meteor will strike New York, 700,000 dead, and like some random character would be like, "Oh, geez, glad that wasn't Queens." It's like, okay,
Well, that just happened.
people are dying. Yeah, that just happened.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
it's
I'm getting
like,
into a whole rant on this, and
nah, I mean,
after the deleted episode, I think I learned my lesson about MCU rants.
oh yeah, I just realized the last rant was about the MCU as well.
Man, I think I
TV
have a
shows
problem.
though. Nah, it's fine. I mean, it's certainly rantable. You know what I
I
mean? Like
wouldn't
it's
critique it so much if I didn't care about it.
mhm. Yeah, I just feel like I agree with you in the sense that they kind of made every single character like a stand-up comedian when it was
Yeah,
like before it was like, like the Avengers movie. Like Robert Downey
yeah,
Jr. as Iron Man would like make a sarcastic, witty remark every so often, and that would be funny, but the whole movie would still be like pretty serious, and that was
yeah.
good. Like it was good. Like that was a good thing, you know?
Yeah, you need people around you to like ground you, Like
Yeah.
you need everyone else to be tough and serious or whatnot and be like, this is the moment, this is crazy. And then you've got Robert Downey Jr. who's like, I've got this, I'm gonna handle it. Easy and done. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm rooting for you, Iron Man. Go get him, yeah. But now everyone is just like, everyone's a comedian.
I feel like specifically Thor Love and Thunder. I personally
Yeah,
liked the movie. I thought it was good.
I liked it,
But there was a lot of jokes that were just like, uh,
dude.
okay, I get it. Okay.
I can't remember a single joke other than one at the end with the kid. That is the only joke I remember where it was
Yeah.
like, and then they became Love and Thunder. Like, dude, the goats. What was he thinking?
Okay,
The goats weren't funny.
dude,
Why did you do that joke
he
seven
was.
times?
They
It's
are.
just-
They were so late to the goat screaming joke. It was so because it what was it? It was a Taylor Swift song and it was edited with goats in like
Was that it?
2013, 2012. And
Oh yeah.
goats screaming was the funniest thing ever in that year. And then
Yeah.
immediately after that year was over, it was just like shut up. It's not funny
Mm-hmm.
anymore. They waited so long to make that joke. Hey guys, remember when the goats were screaming? We're gonna make them scream.
Yeah.
They break the rule of three as well. They fucking scream like
Exactly.
like 80 times, and it's like
It was
okay,
so
okay,
annoying.
okay.
I also
Like,
felt like there was no grounding with everything else because like when
nah,
like they
man.
meet all of the other gods and
Yeah.
whatnot, like that felt like it just came out of nowhere. Like where was this at? Like it was like we're gonna go meet the other gods and like, oh, you mean like you're pulling a God of War? There's just a whole other side of mythology going on here. I'm so excited to learn more. What's that? It's already over? Okay.
Yeah, it was just kind of like it happened so fast, and there were so many there, and it's like you think about it, and it's like if they are all here, right? Like, where were I know, like that's such a. It's always like the where were they like during the whole rest of the movie, like the film franchise, and it's like I know that's like that's always the cheapest thing to say. It's like, oh, like they
Yeah,
obviously they weren't even conceived of like at the time of making like Thor: The Dark World or Iron Man 2. Like no,
yeah.
Zeus, Russell Crowe, I think as Zeus was not a character. That wasn't even a thought in
But
their
John,
minds.
you
But
telling me you didn't notice that slight cameo where, like, in Iron Man 2, Tony's standing out on the balcony of his tower and he's like, "Man, thank goodness Zeus ain't out there causing up a thunderstorm." And then, like, a thunderstorm happens and he's like, "Damn you gods!" And, like, gets on his knees. You don't remember that scene?
No, I don't think I have. I don't think I remember that scene, Devin. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh.
So anyway, um, you know what? I have an idea. Let's uh,
Mhm.
let's talk about this Joe guy,
Yeah, who's this Joe guy?
Straw Hat Snugs,
Joe who?
Joe Mama, dude. All right, Straw Hat Snugs, otherwise known as Joe. Don't know his last name. Don't care.
Also,
Actually,
don't want to dox that if we did know
yeah, I
that.
do know his last name. That's the joke. Is that I'd rather
Oh, you
not
do?
say.
I don't even know his last name.
Uh, Listen, I'm what
You
you
want to
call
tell
a
me?
professional. He told me once. It's um, no, so this guy, and he's gonna be on the next episode of the podcast, like confirmed.
Yeah,
Episode 5 will be our first guest episode, which is crazy because I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, shit's happening fast. We
yeah.
still
I
get
mean,
less than
we're
100 views per video, except for the
you
first
know,
podcast.
we just got a new subscriber today. Actually,
Oh, did we really?
yeah, we're up to 15 now.
That's crazy. 15 subscribers, man. That's a
That's
lot
actually crazy. I mean, like,
for
you
just
know, joke
starting and
around
people
about it,
not
but
knowing like of us at all. Like 15 people, not including two of my accounts and probably three of your accounts. 15,
yeah.
more like 10 people. 10 people
Thank you
saw
for
us.
underselling the amount of accounts I have.
Like a few
Your
decent
3 accounts, my 12 accounts. No.
like so like the point of like the people have come across our channel not knowing who we are, not even knowing that we have our own channels, just no idea who we are. You know what I mean? Watching our videos and we're like, oh, they're pretty funny, and then subscribing. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy to me. Like with the whole oh god, I gotta talk about it again. But Clone Talk and on Jaloman, why do you keep burping, dude? What did you drink?
Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be sorry, dude. You better be. No,
I, I
with
had like a sneezing fit that I muted earlier. There was some point where you were talking really passionately,
I
and
saw that
I
you
was just
muted.
like, I,
I saw that you muted your microphone on Discord, and
yeah, I
I was
was
like, I
ravenously
was like,
sneezing four
uh,
times in a row.
oh, like somebody probably walked in this room, whatever. No, you're just sneezing your ass off.
I
Um,
didn't want you to have to edit that out and lose your flow.
it would have been
I'm
funny,
sorry.
but it's
I
okay.
ruined your flow like 7 times
No,
now.
it's our flow, man. This is our
Our
podcast. Doesn't
flow.
matter if you
Conjoined peace streams. What am I even saying? I'm sorry.
I don't know why your mind like it's funny to me that your mind went there. Our
I don't
flow,
know. I think it's because I
conjoined
have to
P
pee.
streams. Do we have to pause it so you can go pee? Are
No.
you sure? Are you gonna be able to
I
hold it?
mean, like, even if you like were to pause it, it's not like anyone would know.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, like with people like just random people just coming across our channel and watching it and being like, "Oh wow, this is pretty good. I actually like this. I'll subscribe." Like that to me is so crazy. And like, going back to the like my solo channel, Jaloman, it's crazy how many people watched the Clone Talk video and like liked it. Like I was surprised. I was really expecting that, like, if it were to blow up, like, not get very positive attention. Like, oh, this is fucking, this is stupid. Like, why are they talking like that? Like, the animation is kind of dog shit, which it is. Oh, fucking, like, it's too short. I was expecting things like that if people were to, if it were to blow up, which it did. But no, instead people like were surprisingly supportive and liked it. There was a lot of positive feedback, and I guess that kind of changed my mind on my initial views of, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want this to be my thing. Like, it's fun. Like, to be fair, I don't want to be a source filmmaker YouTuber. Like, I don't. But I do. I'm not opposed to, like, making that a series, I guess. You know what I mean? That being the only one that I do. Maybe in the future, maybe I'd change my mind, feel like doing more. You know what I mean? Honestly,
Yeah.
right now, it's so, like, there's so much potential, and nothing is set in stone at all. Like, I don't know, I could change my mind and be like, fuck it. I don't even want this solo channel anymore and delete it. You know what I mean? I'll just focus on the Goober Boys. Like like, I don't know, just it's things are constantly changing, so I don't know. But to conclude that, so I don't start repeating myself or talking in circles, um, yeah, I don't even remember the point that I was trying to make. But yeah, oh yeah, just random people get the positive feedback. Right, right, right. Sorry, I'll edit that out. Basically, like, I just find it, I just find it so bizarre that people are watching our stuff, like, Goober
It's very
Boys,
surreal.
Jaloman, and Devastator 66, like, stuff, like our own stuff, and are just like, wow, this is good. Like, I don't know, just the idea of getting positive. Maybe that's like, maybe something's, I don't know. Maybe that's a personal thing, but like getting positive feedback off of something is just crazy to me, and it's just like, wow, maybe this is good. Like, you know,
Yeah.
this is worth it. So yeah, it's cool. Obviously,
Now, John,
Oh, go ahead.
you're talking your whole heartfelt story here, but
Oh, are
when
you
I
gonna
first got
fart into
into
the
doing,
microphone or something? Oh, okay.
no, well,
A
I'd be,
metaphorical fart.
yeah, metaphorical fart on the mic. Uh, when I first started like doing like Twitch stuff and all that, like I totally did it with the hopes of like, man, wouldn't it be awesome if I just became like a famous Twitch streamer and like just never had to work a day in my life
Yeah.
again. Like, but the funny thing is, like, as I did it more and more, and also I should mention, never like there was never a point where I was like, yeah, this is guaranteed money, I'm making money, haha. No, like obviously it all began just because I was like, that sounds like so much fun,
Yeah.
like just making like playing video games and like showing it to other people because like
Mhm.
me, I spend like hours a day just watching other people play video games, and I was like, why not like do that and all? Like, even if no one is watching, I'm still having a great time because like I'm experiencing like a bunch of games and whatnot, like for the first time ever, and I'm like, oh well, if I'm gonna be playing it anyways, I might as well like put it out there if anyone else wants to watch, and
Yeah.
it's been like pretty successful, I would say, and like really fun. And
Mhm.
I think that that's like a huge motivation factor, like just knowing that even if I make one person happy by like, making a video or whatnot, and I'm not saying I'm like doing crazy stuff out there because, yeah, I don't make crazy videos like John over here. He makes like, whole SFMs and whatnot.
Oh,
I don't even know the first
don't
thing.
gas
No,
me
no,
up.
no, no, no,
Don't.
no. I don't even know the first thing about making an SFM, but like he did that and it is awesome. I made a Return to Freddy's video that I recorded on Bandicam, and it was a barely finished demo, and it got like 47,000 views.
Dude,
Needless to say, I've worn
Clone
the.
Talk is so close to beating that.
Yeah.
How do you feel, man? You're gonna have to make another. Dude, you have to. When is the Return to Freddy's 5? Fucking. When are you making like a short commentary about that, the
Oh
history
my
of it,
god.
man? And then obviously
Maybe
plugging your
I
video at the very end of it, the original.
I have had a interest in doing like commentary type videos.
The
Not that
Dead
my
Space video
commentary is
was great.
special.
It was
Ah,
great. That was
well,
so cool.
it was all right.
I was very much entertained watching it. I thought it was great.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm not even
Yeah.
just trying to kiss your ass for no reason. It was a good video. It was nice to watch. But yeah, as you
Yeah,
were
I think
saying.
to kind of like wrap the bow on top. I think I began to reach a point where like, I wasn't like trying to make stuff purely for the fact of like, will this be popular? Will people watch this? Will people click on this? Like, I think there came a point where I just started making these videos for myself in a sense, where
Yeah.
I would think, am I going to enjoy this? Like, do I just not enjoy a part of this video? Well, if I don't enjoy a part of this video, I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna try to make it better. I'm gonna remove it entirely if I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's really been like what's made it so much fun for me, and especially doing all of this stuff with you. Like, obviously, a great friend of mine, and doing the whole Goober Boys. Like, I think that's been the hugest motivation factor for me
Yeah, me
because
too, dude.
just having a close confidant of someone who I could like talk to with this stuff. Like, I think that really is a game changer
Mm.
because before I was kind of just doing it all by myself and just left there with my own thoughts. Like, man, this is my flop era. It's not going good.
My
But
flop
no,
era.
like at least I know that if I'm going through my flop era, you'll be going through it too.
Yep,
No,
yes, sir, man. No,
no, no,
it's
no.
crazy. I'm literally thinking about like the Goober Boys at YouTube, like at work, like constantly.
Same.
And
I think about it daily at
it's
this point,
not like it's
even
not
though we
in
don't
a
upload daily.
yeah, it's not in a way of like I need to pump out a video for the
Yeah,
algorithm. It's like obviously, and we're not just saying this to say it. We make these videos because we want to entertain you, and we have fun making these videos, hopefully
exactly.
to entertain you.
These podcast episodes are purely just for fun. The fact they've even gotten as many views as they did
I know,
astonishes me
man.
because I kind of just thought it's us two literally being goobers, ranting, raving, talking about just whatever interests us. And the fact that, like I said,
The
even one person can find
yeah,
enjoyment in that is awesome.
it is awesome. And the first video got like over 100 views, and I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
Like they don't even know who we are. They got so many views.
exactly.
And the second episode got fucking like 50, and that's still
Yeah,
good. That's still crazy. Like
crazy.
that's 50 people. That's more than a classroom. You know what I mean? That's like
Whoa.
imagine like imagine somebody in school putting your video on the projector and watching it twice. Like two different classrooms doing it. Yeah, maybe
I
okay, maybe
had that
that's
happen to me in 8th grade. You like bringing back
oh yeah, the
PTSD, unironically.
Devastator
Shut up.
66 gaming.
I have scrubbed that away. It's still on the Return to
I love
Freddy's.
that, man. That's so
It's
awesome.
Man,
That is
everyone was like
awesome,
singing
man.
my song in like school, which it sounds like I'm like praising it, but I'm actually kind of embarrassed by it.
But it was
That was what
cool.
I was known for. People were
Yo,
like,
what's up,
they would walk up, yo.
Devastator? It's
It's like,
awesome
yeah,
though, man.
like when you're like, when you see like an actor or something, like they were in a really good role or something, they have like a classic line where it's like, for example, Star Wars, just say they fly now, and it's like, wow, that's a cool, awesome line, and then like you see the actor in real life, and like 20 people that go and see him are like, hey, can you say they fly now? And it's like,
Are you
they fly
Are you
now.
saying your intro is getting had I guess gotten the same amount of success as what's his fucking name? I don't know, it's Poe Dameron. Fucking that's like Oscar
um,
Isaac. Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. Oh, I
Are,
love him as
are
an
are you
actor.
saying you have gotten like the same amount of success as Oscar Isaac when it comes to your old YouTube intro and your school?
I mean,
I mean,
what have I heard
honestly,
more in my life? They fly now or my intro being sung to
I
me?
mean, honestly, your
You know?
intro is pretty fucking good, you know. Why don't you
No.
bring it back, man? I don't know why you don't.
Because it's heavily bass boosted, and that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, what?
Anytime I accidentally click on the
Bon,
video, I
boob.
just hear boom,
Yeah,
boom.
it's awesome, man. Oh, dude,
I
that's
don't know.
so
Maybe I'll
good.
remaster it one day.
Yeah,
Dude,
man,
wait a
that would be
minute.
so cool.
Holy crap! Idea.
Idea.
I get, I get that AI voice thing,
Oh God, man,
and I
fucking
get like
AI
a different
voices.
celebrity. I get Markiplier. It's like, David.
He goes, "Hello, everybody, Devistator 66 Gaming." So dumb. God, we've been
Oh, we
making
get
so many Markiplier jokes
Joe
off
Biden
camera.
on the next one.
Yeah, dude, the AI voices thing is like there are some really funny memes, but have you ever seen like the ones that just sound perfectly real? And
Yeah.
it's almost like frightening. It's like, geez, man, I
I
don't
saw a
know.
really frightening Joe Biden one earlier today where
I
it was like
saw
him
one.
addressing a bunch of people and like they don't show a lot of him on camera. So you
Mhm.
can't really tell like, oh, his lips aren't matching up to what he's saying,
Yeah,
you know?
I think I've seen the exact. Is he's at a podium, right? He's talking.
Yeah, he's
He
at a
keeps cutting
podium,
to the
and I
com.
forget what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was just like, oh my goodness, man, that's like,
Like, this is my prediction.
oh,
AI voices have blown up, like just
mm,
in like how available it is to everyone, blown up in just the past month alone, past couple of weeks alone.
yeah,
I'm betting you that like give it a like year's time, maybe even less. I think the deep faking of like faces and whatnot is gonna be the next thing that blows up
oh,
because if you can deep fake a face and a voice, then
it's
like
pretty much you've
sheesh.
got it, dude. Jesus, I mean, shit, dude, you made a pretty accurate model of my voice off of 3 voice
No,
clips.
yeah. That was
Like
pretty
that is
funny.
it was funny, but it was also like I was like, holy shit, man, do I really sound like that? And also that's scary people can just do that. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think had something along the lines of saying you like sucking penis.
Yep,
So
it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
you want to
that.
edit that out?
No, I mean it's funny.
You keep that in. Yeah, play
um,
the clip right now. Don't
no,
play the clip.
no, no, we're not
It
playing the
doesn't even
clip.
exist anymore. I deleted it.
Did you really?
Dude, I'm just making an excuse. I don't want to have
Okay,
to edit
okay,
that in.
yeah, okay, gotcha. But yeah, so kind of segueing into a different topic, suddenly without really concluding that one, neatly. So the Papers, Please series is doing pretty cool. Doing
Yeah,
cool, just doing well. I think it's fun. Like
it is.
I don't know. I've kind of had that feeling. I've had the feeling of like not really wanting to do like the traditional let's play, like
Yeah,
because it just almost feels like a dead horse at this time at this point. It's just like hey, I'll make 10 more episodes of like barely edited content, throw it up, that'll be
yeah.
the daily uploads for the next fucking 10 days, It's just like well, yes, that is good for the algorithm and everything. I feel like every video that I want to make that we want to make, I feel like you said you kind of agreed with me last time we talked about it, but like we want every video to kind of have like a meaning behind it. We want to be proud of said video. Like we don't
Yeah,
want to just upload shit, I guess. You know what I mean? Just like I'll just throw this one up. Like you know what I mean? Like we
yeah,
don't want videos to like we don't want to feel like that, I guess. And it's really funny like the standards I guess that we have right now or just well we have like literally 15 subscribers like we have no community essentially like but it's like I said, I mean it wraps back to the whole like we're doing this out of sheer passion, and we don't want it to just kind of feel like just throw some shit up on the channel, make it call it a day. Like we want everything to have meaning and like feel like we want to feel proud about it. I guess I'll
yeah.
stop repeating myself. Like
We're not making money off of this. It
yeah,
literally is a passion
it's
product
because it's fun, man.
or
I love it.
project.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, man. It's so fun. I love this channel. What?
I'm sorry, I just realized I say we're not making money off of this, and I say it's a passion product, and a product is something
Yeah.
designed to be sold. Sorry, man, it's that marketing class I had
Nah,
earlier
man.
today. I'm in the
What
business
the-
mindset.
All right, man. When are we turning? I was about to say Super Mega. Jesus Christ, man. We definitely not a ripoff. Definitely not a ripoff at
Definitely
all.
not.
And if we are a ripoff, it's my fault because Devin is not a huge Super Mega fan. Just want to
No, I
clarify.
just watch every other single one. I watch Sleep Deprived. I watch Game Grumps.
Definitely no inspiration from those guys either.
No, definitely not.
But
I don't reference sleep deprived videos when I'm looking at how I'm editing gaming. Okay, I've said too
I don't know,
much.
no. I mean,
No, I'm joking.
um, beep, bap, beep, 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 boop, bop, bop. Oh
So we
man, what was
talked
that?
about
There
a
was some.
possible
Sorry, guys.
Goober.
Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
So we
Go ahead.
talked about a possible Goober Boys YouTube stream at some point, and that is something that I thought would be kind of cool, because
Yeah.
obviously I do a lot of streaming on Twitch and whatnot, but I feel like doing something more in tune with the Goober Boys, and obviously we haven't really like planned it out yet, so I don't know how we'd want to do it, but like. I don't know. This is thinking way too far ahead, but wouldn't it be so cool if we did like 50th episode special? We do like a live like podcast episode where we like edit it live as we're doing it. Like we've got like the little buttons on OBS, where it's like, okay, edit this out.
Yeah, like in studio mode and everything. That
Yeah.
would be pretty
Like we
cool.
get like a little zombie sound effect thing, so like whenever we curse, like, we literally press the
Yeah.
button
Oh,
as we say it.
that would be cool, man. Doubt that'll happen, but
No,
that'll be
it
pretty
won't.
cool. Um,
Like 90% of the work on the Goober Boys is coming up with the ideas. The
yeah, like
10% is actually doing them.
that's true. It's surprisingly very accurate. Oh my god. But yeah, like I'm totally down with a possible Goober Boys YouTube stream, just because like obviously your main form is of content is streaming on Twitch, so you would be at
Yeah, I
the
feel like I'm a lot
reins.
better at improv
Yeah.
than I am in post production.
No, that's cool. I feel like kind of the opposite. Like I feel like I'm better when it comes to editing and
And
post
that's what makes
production
us a
than
whole.
improv. But a whole. That's what
Yeah,
makes us
like
a
together, like
whole.
two pieces. Oh no, like two pieces
A
connected,
fucking.
like
You just said we're.
whole.
Yeah. All right.
No,
So we're a butthole.
round,
You're essentially
circle,
saying we're shit.
Ouroboros. No.
So oh, round. What are you saying that I'm fat?
No,
Hey,
I'm not calling you the whale.
Brendan, starring
That's a
Brendan
throwback
Fraser.
episode. That's a throwback to
Oh
episode
man,
one, I think.
that was only 2 episodes ago. Not 2 episodes. Um,
Three, two,
one, two,
one. Let's
three.
get into the next topic.
So,
So,
um, I'm gonna make a Goober Boy promo for Jaloman because I've got a lot of new subscribers. Dude, speaking of new subscribers, holy shit, I gained 200 subscribers on Jaloman in a fucking month.
oof.
Is that fucking crazy? I remember I made a 33 subscriber special of Warzone, and then like a month and a half later, 2 months later, I have 230. I literally have 200 more. Like
It is
that is
insane.
fucking crazy. Who knew that Clone Talk would throw my channel or throw it into the algorithm and just be like, yeah. See, like I said this on the first episode, I think. The only worry that I have is like, people will only be subscribed for that sort of content. So I'll post a new video that won't be related to it, and they'll be like, "What the fuck?" and like unsubscribe. But I don't know. It's still really interesting to see how much the channel has grown
Yeah.
while I've essentially done nothing about it.
I
I
mean,
posted the
it's
video
better.
and then was like, I'll do nothing. Goober Boys, I'll focus on that.
It's better to upload the content that you enjoy doing rather than just making content that you think people will like.
Yeah,
Because obviously, you want people to enjoy the content, but you also don't want to be like a slave to your own creation in a
yeah.
sense, you know?
Hmm.
Because then, like, if you're not putting in like that love and effort because you truly enjoy the work you're doing, then like it'll kind of show, like, in the, you know,
Yeah.
animation in a sense, just kind of like
Hmm.
how in Thor: Love and Thunder, there's that one really bad SFX scene, which is very clear
The
due to
floating
the
head.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh
No,
my god.
anyway, that's a joke.
They re-edited that and it
Did they?
still looked bad. They like redid it and it was just like, okay, slightly better but not good. It's
Oh,
still like
poor
it's a 2D
poor
image.
SFX artists.
Yeah, it's okay. It's VFX, Devin. Come on, man.
Oh, VFX.
Nah,
Oh, sound
don't let
effects.
it.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Boob. So, yes, back to the solo channel thingy. I'm gonna be making a promo, like a little advert, I guess, for on Jaloman for the Goober Boys. And you said you were gonna do the same thing, right? For Devistator.
Yes, I've actually recorded it. I just need to edit it.
Oh shit, I haven't recorded it, but I wrote a
I think
script
I
for
did.
it.
I
So,
I recorded some video. Now now I don't remember what I recorded.
that's cool. You'll figure it out, man.
Yeah, what did I record? I recorded some. What don't I remember?
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I just remembered. Uh, and it's completely off topic. It has nothing to do with the Goober Boys. But fucking Joe Straw Hat Snugs, or so he says his name is.
Mm.
And his unknown last name that we don't know that is unknown.
John, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How old was Joe? Like, how old does Joe say? How old does Joe say he is?
I don't know. I don't think he's ever. He says that.
It,
I think he's
it's
like.
like 20 something, right?
I'm pretty sure he's like 20, 19 or 20.
Yeah, well, last year I heard that he was 19. Sounds a little suspicious. Maybe he should make up his mind.
Yeah. Kind of a piece of shit, honestly. Now that I think about it. No, no. So you remember? You remember when we talked about? I regret talking about it on the podcast because we kind of got a lot of slack for it after, but the the thing about Bobby and his like the pictures he sent.
Oh, those.
Yeah, so after the podcast, after that went up, he started sending more. And he was like, "Yeah, talk about this
What
on your
the
next one."
fuck?
And it was like his ass, but like he spreads it now. And like
Is it
it's
like a fetish or is it
I
like
don't I
a
think
troll?
he's just fucking with me, dude. He sends his like he literally with the caption the day he watched it, he said he sent me a picture of his ass spread and flexed. So I saw his butthole and gooch and everything. And he was like,
Oh,
talk about this on the next podcast, dork. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I mean,
what's his
okay. I mean,
problem?
that's what we're doing now, but.
I've been kind of scared to talk to him because like he
Uh,
hasn't been sending me any of that stuff. Like he kind of stopped, but like I
he
don't know.
has
It's like
not stopped. He sent. Dude,
once the
he.
podcast episode went live, he just sent me a message and it was just like he ha, you're next. And I don't know what that's supposed to
I
mean.
guess, like, it's been like a month since the last podcast, too. So.
It's freaky.
I don't know. And he's been sending. Remember last time I said he sends like one or two pictures a day? It's like four now. It's like
What
one
the hell?
around. It's like one picture around 9 a.m. Second picture around noon. Third picture around 4. And the fifth picture is like usually at night, anywhere from like 8 o'clock to fucking 1 a.m. I haven't gotten one yet, and it's 12:30 midnight. So like
Yeah,
it's bound to happen any second now, and I'm terrified, honestly.
it's so scary.
It's it's not scary. It's just like what is his end goal?
I
Like
don't know.
why does he keep sending me these pictures of his ass? And listen, like I said in the last one, like he's got a nice ass. Like it's very muscular and hairy. It's like, oh my goodness, like geez, I wish I had an ass like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's like, all right, man. Like what's the end goal? Like what are we doing? Like what's happening here? And Joe, he's gonna be on the next podcast. We've decided. He's gonna be on the next episode.
we decided.
We Joe decided for us that he would take the place of Bobby HT because Bobby decided as well that
Bobby goes
I started
Hollywood.
lagging. I started lagging. I'm sorry. I started lagging. Bobby decided that he was too good for us. He said, "Oh, I don't like hearing my voice. Listen, buddy, it's really, let's be honest, it's about the damn Instagram account. He feels like he's so superior to us. Oh, I can't talk. I can't talk for an hour. I need to post memes about The Walking Dead and The Last of Us and God of War. And then I need to
And you know
stream
what?
on
He's
Twitch."
the smug bastard does all of that while streaming on his Twitch with over 100 followers of Bobby underscore HT, and he's just constantly
And
gaming.
he talks. He talks with his
He
voice,
talks a
so
lot with
he
his
doesn't hate his
beautiful,
voice.
sexy voice.
He does have a nice voice. No, no, no. That is a little. I'll keep that in. He has a nice voice. But aside from me gushing about Bobby's voice and his beautiful, muscular, hairy ass, Joe, he started sending me pictures of his fucking balls. I'm dead. You know what, Devin?
I don't know
I
about
don't
this
think
one.
this is
I don't
good.
know about
Not
this.
this one. I think we should stop. The same night that he sent me a picture of his balls, the same, he approached me in World of Warcraft, and for like 10 times in a row, he just did slash fart like over and over and over, and I was like, Joe, like what's going on, man? What is this? Like we're supposed to be questing right now, and he didn't even whisper it. He just said it in party chat. So you saw this. He was like, uh, huh, just giving you a taste for later. And I was like, what does that mean? Because we're not doing anything later. Like
Yeah,
we're
wait,
playing
don't you
WoW and then going to
remember?
bed. What?
He said that weird ass shit where he was like, just in an all seductive voice, he was like, "What do you have when you have two little balls in your hand?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he goes, "A man's undivided attention." And I was like, "What the fuck is this dude saying?"
Devin, I need to break character. This is different than like
I think this
lying.
isn't really working.
This is
This is
I
like
mean it's
slander.
I
These
mean,
people,
yeah, I was
these
gonna
viewers
say
don't know these
I know
people.
there's no joke because they don't know it, so they're just like, oh, this is weird.
So I know we did a lot of talking about like some future content ideas we have, and
Mm,
like we've given like very bare bones stuff because we don't want to like make a promise and like not be able to deliver on it. But
yeah.
I think something that we can like talk about is, and obviously I hate doing. Well, I don't. Okay, quick story, but on Twitch chat I used to like just like say stuff like, "Hey, how's everybody doing?" and I would get no responses, and I'd feel all like, so. So I'm not gonna say like, "Hey guys, whatever games you want to watch us play or future ideas you want us to do, leave it in the comments below," because I know no one's gonna do that. But if you do have an idea, feel free to do it. But no, we have plenty of ideas that we have planned, and I think that like the more we do this, the more consistent we're gonna be able to get. Where like, yeah, I'm not gonna say concrete numbers of like this many videos a day or
Yeah.
week, but I think we'll be able to get it more schedulized. But it's always about like getting into the routine of it first before we make any like promises that we can't deliver on.
Yeah. Um,
So
I did want to bring up, I do eventually like. I don't know how down you are about it, but like if we were to do podcasts, like recording it in the same room, not like
that would
live
be cool.
action, but I feel like it would kind of add to the chemistry. We would stop
Yeah.
talking over each other as much because I talk over you a shit ton, and it's kind of vice versa.
Yeah.
That's just kind of
Yeah,
like
okay. Tell me how
that.
you really feel, John.
No, but that's just something that happens over like over voice calls because like we don't have that connection like at
Yeah.
the same that we do in person where we just know when to talk. I guess.
Yeah. Even if we had like our webcams on, I feel like it would still be like,
Yeah, it would
you know,
it wouldn't be as good. So
I'd be like staring you dead in the eyes through the camera like for an hour straight.
oh man, we just get like dedicate certain days like every Wednesday we hang out in your room, just like record the podcast on one microphone. And
I used
then
to have a mic that was actually meant for doing like, picking up
oh,
two
that's
different
cool.
sides and all. Yeah, I gave it away.
Oh, no, that's
Well, this mic
okay.
is better for solo stuff
Yeah,
because when I bought it, it was
it's
like a
good.
week before we started the Goober Boys.
Well,
So
perfect timing, dude.
yeah,
But yeah, so I do think eventually, like, I'll buy my own microphone, obviously, because I need a new one anyway. This shitty Bluetooth headphone microphone
yeah.
is noticeably dog shit. So I'll be updating my mic anyway. So, um, yeah, I think what are you laughing at? Damn it!
I'm sorry, no, I saw a joke. I'm sorry. I was looking on one
Go
of those like
go ahead.
crappy joke websites.
Crappy joke websites? Is that what you're doing right now?
Listen. I don't think we can put this in the.
Oh my god.
Listen, here, you want me to read it out?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will probably get cut out,
Oh yeah, I'm
But
sure I
remember we were talking
definitely
about the
will.
Joe Ball jokes?
Yes.
I that joke I said and all, I found it on a random website. I was like, let me click on another website just for the hell of it. And it was like best ball jokes. And I see from 7 years ago, 1,500 likes. And it goes, why do
So that one definitely is not going in the
yeah,
podcast, but
100%.
that's good. Um, I feel like eventually though we should start having like podcasts where we are recording it in person. Obviously if you're comfortable with that because
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
like I've known you forever. We've hung out a lot like in person before, but we haven't
Yeah,
hung out like in forever. I think ever since like
true. I don't think
Sean,
I've
it was
ever
like D
once
and
hung
D.
out like just you and
It
I.
wasn't just you and I. We've always hung out in groups, so that'll be awkward when that happens.
Yeah,
But
we'll realize we hate each
it was like,
other.
oh man, I can't be around this dude. No, um, no, but that actually is crazy. That's kind of eye opening. Like we've
Yeah,
never
I
hung
never
out
thought
in
about that.
person solo, like just me and you. Wow,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Always at senior. Well, does senior week count? I feel like senior week was kind of
Uh,
weird when we
it was
were.
a group thing, but we were still doing just you and I. Like even when
Yeah,
we hang out in groups, we kind of always
we
like
kind of do.
we still
We
do like you
click.
and I.
We,
Yeah.
we we form a clique where it's just me and
It's
him,
like
and then
two
we
magnets
we.
where they just like connect or wait, or do two magnets oppose each other? I forget.
Well, I mean, it's magnetic.
I don't know.
Whatever. I get it.
How are we gonna segue into?
The end of this podcast.
We should probably get to the end.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Well, I mean, after all that very, very interesting talk, Devin, and those very interesting conversations and topics, and oh man, this episode has been so, so interesting. I think it's time we hit the brakes a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but before we hit the break, Sean, I think
Oh.
I just want to say, deep down from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate each and every single one of my fellow Goober Boys out there in the world, wherever you may be
Oh.
watching
Oh.
us, watching our message, our dream that we are placing out into your hands to grasp.
Oh.
And I think
Oh.
that, well,
It's
the only
so
way I could say
beautiful.
is stay goober, America. Stay goober, world.
Are you Ron Burgundy? Stay classy.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Yeah,
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.